Yo, this is the third time I'm recording this video due to minor user error, so forgive me for any irritation in my voice. First of all, thanks for 102 views on my last video. That's literally the most I've ever gotten on this channel, so that's cool. Secondly, but most importantly, for this first entry of hashtag content, I'm gonna just run down the track I made for this video here, mainly for the purpose of showing you all this thing here. The other stuff I'm covering is mainly just a pad for time, so let's get to it. First of all, this is what my projects really look like. I know, absolutely beautiful, because if they looked like this, I wouldn't be able to find anything in there. So yeah, definitely make yourself a template for your project files if you make music. I'll probably make a video on my template. My dog is wilding in the background. I gotta let him out of my room. There you go. Anyways, starting off with the intro here. The first drop of the song was the first thing I made here, so I went with the general theme I'd created there. First, I took some stupidly loud keyboard clacking sounds. There's this one. Slowed down version of it. This one that slowly grows louder, etc. And since at this point I was calling the project Cyberbully, as you can see up here, I was gonna get audio of two guys loudly arguing over Call of Duty, but then I remembered the video of these two Indian guys yelling at each other through a car window, so I went with that instead.
Are you crazy? You're fucking... You are fucking...
Eventually the song reaches a climax where the keyboard gets destroyed. RIP keyboard. Along with that, I have some wind type sounds with this bit crusher from Serum here. I use them as some sort of riser for the build-up using a frequency shifter from Kilohertz. It's like $10. Next, the drop percussion is pretty simple, but I did go quite crazy with the kicks over here. Now for the main course, this. This is the main base of the drop, and the idea for it is pretty simple. It relies pretty much solely on frequency modulation in multiple areas. I'm just gonna bypass some of this stuff first. Okay, first of all, I have this Atlantis wavetable from this free cymatics pack, and the first thing I did, which gave me the entire idea for this track, was to put this LFO on the octave slider here, making it sound like this. Naturally, of course, I went fully into this glitchy sounding route and put this LFO on the coarse pitch here, making it sound like this. I also put this other LFO on the volume knob, and I FM'd the whole thing with this triangle wave here, making it sound like this. Slightly different, but we'll get into that later. Then I went and put on this low pass filter with a resonant peak to accentuate the movement of the bass and give it some boosting in the high end. Next, I messed with these macros. The first two are just to turn up the pitch of oscillator B. Number one, more coarsely being put on this octave slider. And then the second one, more finely, being put on this semitone slider. After that, I put on some distortion and OTT, once again boosting the high end a little bit. And then I added some delay for extra cool bleeps and bloops. I also put on some more macros for the mix of the delay and the rate of the delay. Pretty much every bass in the song is a variation of this preset, usually played at a lower octave. These variations mainly include changing these bloop warps, or changing the rate of these three LFOs. Some examples here. You can also change the slope of these here. So many factors can lead to so many different cool combinations. Anyways, that's pretty much the basics of it. I'm gonna include a download link to this in the description of my YouTube video. Don't worry, I won't steal your data. And that's all for now. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, save, etc. Peace. Now, let's hope to God I was recording everything, or I swear I'm going to wipe everything off the face of the planet with extreme prejudice.